Hey y'all, it is me and I am back. I took the last 2 weeks off because I needed to gut this entire craft room, get rid of things that I was no longer using or brought me any value. But I bring you a beautiful tumbler that I have been working on over the time that I took off, as well as some other creative things. But in this tutorial, we are going to show you how we did this beautiful holiday snowflake, pinkish, bluish peekaboo design. Without further ado, here is the tutorial. Go ahead and give us a comment, like, and subscribe, as well as hit that notification bell just so you get notified anytime we post a tutorial here on YouTube. I hope you guys like this, and I will talk to you guys all soon. Good day. We are going to go in with a 32 Plump from the Tipsy Magnolia. I'll have it listed down below as well with any other products that I am using. You want to, again, I say this every single video, but it's very, very important that you sand your products down before you utilize them. That is Tumbler making 101. You are going to clean it off with a 91% isopropyl alcohol. And then we're going to take our paper cutter and we are just going to score a line down anywhere on the tumbler. As long as you use that makeshift cradle, it'll basically create the line itself. I feel like I don't use this paper cutter for anything other than scoring lines now. It is literally a lifesaver. So make sure you guys are doing that. I threw the measurements up for how we split this into 4 sections. It is 2.625. That's the ruler. The dot and the arrow is showing you exactly where on the ruler you are going to mark, and it'll give you perfect lines. The amount of the tumbler that I measured, because I was equating epoxy in it, was 11.5. So that's how we got the 2.625. Next, we are going to cut up our tape. We are going to apply any tape where we need it to go. So every other line is going to be a different section. So it's going to be color block, then glitter, color block, glitter. The front side is going to be glitter as well. So I just went ahead and then I cut off any excess pieces of pieces of excess tape that I didn't need, to better help you guys to stagger your tape. So if you are creating this line pattern, just take a piece of tape, move it down, add another, and then you have your 2 sections. I hope that makes sense. In my head, it makes sense. Just where my head, I was starting to think like, oh shoot, what should I do? Should I take the tape off or should I leave it as is? I did remove the tape because I didn't need it. So we're going to take it outside and we are going to spray paint. You will find this a lot. I don't know if any other Tumbler tutorial creators do this, but I'm working in the moment. How my brain works is I have to figure out things in the moment and then we troubleshoot from there. So welcome to my world. We are going to mix up 4 different glitters. One is going to be this first one from Glitter Dip Sips. It's called Coastal. Big Poppa from Nicole Moret Originals. Teals, Head Over Teals from Peachy Olive, and Heavenly from Peachy Olive. And then we're just going to blend that together. Apply our light coat of epoxy. You do not need a lot, enough to stretch the entire tumbler. If you have a heat gun and you use less than 1 ml, take that heat gun, apply it to your cup. Apply the epoxy to your cup. Take that heat gun, warm it up. The warmer it is, the slippery it gets, the more slippery it gets. So if you applied it on there, heat it up, rub your hand across it, it will literally glide. Then you can apply your glitter, let it sit for at least 15 minutes, and then we're going to come back and get it. Now we're going to take our vinyl from Peachy Olive Glitters as well, and we are going to go ahead and cut up those 4 boxes. I put these at like, I think it was like a 45-degree angle, because I didn't want the boxes to be straight. I wanted them to be like diagonal. We're just going to put it into our silhouette machine. This is the Cameo 4. I want the 5. So it's on my wish list. Cameo, if you see this, I'm your number 1, or at least I want to be. And then we are going to go back after we've cut up our vinyl, because, you know, past time, we can get things done as we're waiting. We are going to flatten our glitter. Flatten our glitter. Y'all, stop applying epoxy and not flattening your glitter, especially if you are doing the hang method, which is basically what we're doing. Once we flattened it, we are going to go in and peel off the painter's tape. This is the area in which we have secured to apply our vinyl to. And you guys will see in the upcoming clips that I applied the vinyl to the stainless steel, and in my mind I was like, this makes sense. But then when I thought about it, I'm like, oh, the epoxy would have given it a better grip. So I did apply it over the stainless steel, but to you guys, you should definitely apply it over the epoxy. I think the grip will be a lot better, because once the epoxy has adhered to the cup, it's not coming up. You risk pulling the vinyl up, and the reason why I'm saying this is because I'm taping. Once I epoxy this vinyl down, I'm taping over that epoxy. If I go to pull that epoxy and I'm not careful, which I really was when I was working on this cup, but if I go to peel this epoxy back, I am prone to lifting it. So you'll see like little air pockets on your vinyl. And I say this because I've done it before, and I'm like, shoot, I can't sell this to this person, and I need to have this shipped out in the next 3 to 4 days. So just know, if you're applying vinyl to a tumbler, do not apply tape over it after you've already epoxied it, because you could run the risk of lifting that vinyl, because it has not completely hardened yet. So at least try to put some epoxy down before you do that. We're going to go in, make sure we flatten everything out. At this point, before we've applied any of our vinyl strips down as well, we've already went over this tumbler with about 3 to 4 coats of quick coat. It is a lifesaver. It is a epoxy saver. When I first started using epoxy, I used to go through a gallon, I think it was like 2 gallons of epoxy in like a month, 2 months, because I was just taking epoxy on top of it. Don't do that when you have quick coat. Spend the $20, go to Home Depot. They have their own brand. I can't think of what it's called at this current moment in time. But I normally go there, and they have it as well. It makes things so much easier. And it keeps your glitter flat. It will reduce the amount of layers of epoxy you also have to apply to the cup. So there's that as well. We are just going to tape these pieces down, as I mentioned before, and we are going to peekaboo this beautiful tumbler with the jolly, and you guys will see in this next clip that I'm weeding it. That's all I really did with that one. I'm going to show you 2 ways that I did a faux peekaboo, if that's what it's called. Yeah, with vinyl, and then just a regular peekaboo with, again, vinyl, but I just put the vinyl down and spray painted over it and peeled it back. Make sure everything on your tumbler is flat as well when you're using tape. So whenever you are working with said tape, and you spray paint, none of that spray paint, if you over spray paint, gets underneath that tape. So just make sure, caution yourself with that. Go with like your thumb or something and just like aggressively push that tape down just to make sure there's no creases or folds or anything in it. We're going to go ahead and weed Jolly, and then we're going to apply it to the opposite side of the cup. With the snowflakes that we had, we are going to take the snowflakes outside and we're going to spray paint them. I'm going in with spurts. This clip specifically is sped up, so it looks like I'm just spraying it, but I actually went in with light spurts. I let this sit for about 6 hours, probably longer than that, again, because I was working on about no, it was more cups than that. I was working on about like 6 cups at this time. I let this sit for a little while and I came back to it later. If you are one of those people who has to touch everything when they are done, if you epoxy a cup and then the 2 hours of the fast set has set in and you're excited to touch it, this is not the best one to touch because you will be able to see the fingerprint. Even if you put it on the cup, you're going to see the fingerprint. Even if you put epoxy over it, you're going to see the fingerprint. So just be careful with that when working with these. We are going to go to the back of the tumbler and then just weed off that jolly part. Y'all, I absolutely love this tumbler. I feel like I say this in every tutorial, but I guess it just kind of comes with the territory because, yeah, we love what we create. So at this point, we are just going to go in and we are going to make sure that we carefully weed this mirrored vinyl. This is the outline to the snowflakes that we're using on the back of the tumbler for that color blocking part that we did. This vinyl is from Heidi over at North 80 Vinyl. Yeah, I love it. It's really cute. I love it. But yeah, this is from Heidi over at North 80 Vinyl. And we're just going to carefully and gently apply this to the back of our tumbler. This transfer tape is from HTV Ront. Y'all, I love it. I love it. Look at how much I had to like push and pull, scrape it, pull, and it came off, but it came off and it did not pull any of the spray paint off. So yeah, we just did that, and then we are going in with the other lines on the front part of the tumbler, and then later, because this was more of an afterthought of me doing it, so it wasn't recorded, of me applying the 'Tis the Season to Be on the side of the jolly. But make sure you seal all of your tumblers with your quick coat. It will save your life. But I hope you guys like this tutorial. If you do, don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, do all the things. If you want this tumbler or you want to purchase the sweatshirt, they are both listed on my website. And I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.